Hello, everybody. This is S. Anthony Thomas, and this is the S. Anthony Thomas Show. You know, I turned 50 today, and something weird happened. I was walking down the street, and I saw a bunch of cats, and I almost took one of them home. Not from a shelter, but just one of those street cats. Am I becoming a cat man? I'm wondering about it. Because I know the gateway drug to 50 cats in your house is to have that first cat in the house. On this episode, 50-year-old me tries to talk 50-year-old me out of becoming a cat man. Oh no. Give the show a listen and see what happens. All right, everybody, let's do this thing. This is S. Anthony Thomas. This is the S. Anthony Thomas Show. You saw the title of the episode. Before we even get into that, I just want to say to everybody, today is my birthday. I turned 50 years old today. So I want to say thank you to everybody on, Facebook and all those other places that wish me a happy birthday. And thanks to my friends and family who gave me wonderful calls to say happy birthday to me. So I really, really appreciate that. It's a weird thing turning 50. I did not, when you're younger than 50, maybe 20 years ago, I imagined what 50 was supposed to feel like. And I don't really feel that much different than I did when I was 30. Now, that could also mean that when I was 30, I was horrible. But no, I was cool then, and I'm fine now. I don't feel like an old guy. I don't look like an old guy. 50 feels kind of good. If I'd have known 50 felt like this, I would have never even given up, would never worried about it. But then I started noticing things that weren't physical things or health things that happened right around when I turned 50 today. I was going to get something from the store, and I'm parked the car and I'm walking to the store because I couldn't find a spot in the parking lot. And I saw these cats, these street cats. They were just kind of running around. And, I've always been a dog guy. I've always, I already said when I move, I'm going to get a couple of beagles, and it's going to be great. I've looked up beagle puppies, researched beagles, how to train beagles, what to do when you get beagles, all of that stuff. But for the first time in my life, I saw cats and thought, these are street cats, Somebody didn't want these cats and they're running around. Maybe I'll take one of these cats home. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I mean, wouldn't it make sense to take a cat home, right? No, I'm not going to do it. I go into the store to go shopping. I come home, I park in front of the house. I see what? More street cats. And I'm looking at the cat and I'm going, obviously nobody wants this cat. This cat's running around. I saw this cat before. Nobody wants this cat. All I got to do is open my door right now, and what do I have? Bang. Free cat. A free cat. I wouldn't mind a free cat. Yeah. And then I saw another cat. Oh, maybe I'll take both cats in. That'd be great. Wait a second. I'm a dog guy. What the heck? I'm not turning into a cat guy. What the heck? Because that's what people are. Dog people or cat people. And I'm a dog guy. But the funny thing about it is, like I just said, for me to get a dog, I wouldn't get a dog until I was in a relationship, until I had a long-term girlfriend or a wife and some kids, whatever. That way there's always somebody around to take care of the dog, because dogs need attention. Dogs always want you to hug them and pet them and love them and roll around with them and pet them. They always jump on the bed and want to jump on you and love you, and they lick your face and jump on you and roll around with you. They want to play with the kids. They play with the babies and all of that kind of stuff. That's great, and it's wonderful, and it's great to look at in video. Within practical purposes, with somebody like me who does what I do, podcasting, comedy, I don't have time for that crap right now. But I'd have time for a cat. Why? 'Cause cats don't like you. They tolerate you, right? I've seen my relatives with cats. There'd be times you're in the house all day long at a dinner party or a party or something like that. And if you're at a dinner party or a party or something like that and there's a dog in the house, there's a dog in the house, because every time somebody comes in, the dog runs up to greet them. When you're in a house and the person has a cat, the only thing cat has not done so far is walk down the steps and go, hey, keep that music down. I'm up here doing nothing and you guys are interrupting it. That's what cats are like, right? And I'm telling you right now, people, your cat doesn't like you. When your cat is on top of you and you're sitting down and your cat's on top of you, your cat is doing the same thing you do when you go into the back of your house or your attic or your closet and you take inventory of the food that's in there. You're not going to eat that food anytime soon. That's your emergency stash in case some kind of storm comes, but you always go in and you check on it just in case. And I'm telling you right now, that's what your cat's doing when you're sitting there and the cat comes and sits you on your lap. The cat's just looking at you, right? The cat's going, listen, this person's cool. They always feed me. They got food for me and all of that crap. But if it ever comes down to it and I have to, it's just nice to know that this 5'6" lady, that's enough food for about 3 months. That'll give me plenty of time to figure out a way to get out of the house if she croaks. And then I can go back on the street and maybe some old guy who does a podcast will take me into his house. I'm pretty sure that's what they're thinking. Don't judge me. But I'm telling you right now, cats, everybody has their cute cat videos, right? Oh, isn't it cute? My cat loves me so much. I'm working on the keyboard and I'm doing some work and my cat loves me so much that the cat is on the keyboard. The cat wants my attention. The cat doesn't want your attention, stupid. You know why your cat's on your keyboard? Because your keyboard's warm and the cat's cold, right? That's the only reason the cat's on you, other than the fact that it's checking to make sure that you're still there so it can eat you in the future. Yeah, you're 98.6 degrees, so it's just going to sit there and lay up on you till it's warm enough. And if you notice, cats will just abruptly jump off your lap like, I'm done with you, punk, and go about their business. Yeah, I said it. Sitting there the whole time wondering, shit, am I a cat guy? You know, and even though I'm saying all these things about cats and maybe against cats, I'm still thinking maybe I'm a cat guy. Yeah. Just kidding. I still like dogs more. But getting a cat would be really easy. Really, really easy. I remember driving down my uncle's street and I saw a bunch of kittens running around. And what happened was a couple of stray cats, got together and they went, hey, I found a trash can with some food in it and I also found a significant other. Jigga boom, jigga jigga boom boom, jigga boom boom, jigga jigga wow 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 wow. Kittens. And I'm driving down the street and everybody's going, hey, let's all feed the kittens. And the kittens are outside and they throw little scraps of food to the kittens and they throw little scraps of food to the kittens. And you know why they didn't take the kittens into their house? Because they were dog people. And I'm looking at the kittens going, man, these people don't want these kittens running around. They're going to get run over. I could just pick up one of these kittens right now, take 2 kittens right now, and the people will be go, great, take those kittens, and I could take the kittens home. But why would I take the kittens home? I take the kittens home, the kittens will grow up. And in the beginning, they'll be really, really nice to you. Yay, we love this guy. And then just like kids who think you're the greatest thing in the world for the first 11 years of their life, the kids become teenagers and you're, hey, Dad. And then you're like, hey, Dad. And trust me, I tell you right now, if you go 3 days without feeding your teenager, I'm telling you, your son and a daughter, they'll eat you. I know you think I'm crazy. Right? Why do you think they're always up in their rooms all the time? They're not up in their rooms because they need time alone or they're playing video games or playing music. Heck no. They're up there right now going rock, paper, scissors to decide which one of them gets to bite you first. Yeah, I said it. Cats and kids. I'm a dog person when it comes to cats and I'm a not kid person when it comes to kids. I think about kids and cats the same way. When I go to my relative's house and they have a cat, I love playing with the cat. I had one cat I used to call Crazy Cat. I'd go visit my cousin and his cat would come running down the steps and jump on top of me and I'd rub the cat and play with the cat. And then I realized, wait a second, everybody else in this house is kind of skinny. And at the time I was a really big fat guy. I'm still a fat guy now, but I'm a shrinking fat guy. But back then I was a fat guy that wasn't shrinking. And I'm thinking, wait a second, this cat is completely ignoring these skinny guys and always running up to the fat guy. Wait a minute. I'm looking at that cat and that cat's looking at me and that cat looks at my skinny relatives and that cat's looking at my skinny relatives and going, that's not much good eating. It's not much good eating over there, but Fat Boy here, oh boy. Not only do I got enough food for a long time, I got enough food for me. And if I go out and pick up a babe, I got enough food for me and that babe to eat for a few months off this guy. If he dies, maybe we might even speed up the death process, wait till he goes to sleep, bite him on the neck and eat him. That cat was a piece of crap. I used to think that cat loved me. That cat loved me, all right. Rotten cats. When the cat got old, he didn't want nothing to do with me because I wasn't living there. I wasn't feeding him. He used to run down the steps and jump on me. Like now he comes down the steps, looks at me like, yeah, whatever, punk, and goes away. Same thing with my young relatives. They thought I was the greatest, the funniest, the greatest, the coolest. Now all of a sudden I show up and they're like, hey, buddy, well, that's enough talking to you. I gotta go. Like I want to talk to them. I don't. Look, folks, here's the thing. I like cats the way I like kids. You go someplace else where people have them, you play with the cat, and then you walk the hell out. You go to your relative's house, they got the babies, you pick up the babies. Oh, the baby stinks. Here's the baby back. Okay, before their funky butt makes my shirt stink. Okay, get that kid away from me. But I was weakening for a moment there. I saw that cat. You know, and I thought about all the cat videos that were online, all the cat videos that people have. And I thought, man, I bet this cat's going to do some wacky stuff like the cats in the video. Yeah. But just like anything else, they only show you the 2 seconds where the cat's cute. They don't show you the part of the video where the cat sticks its paw out and tries to knock you down the steps, because that actually happened to one of my relatives. He ticked off the cat. The cat just went out. He's walking towards the steps. He's not paying attention. Let me stick this paw out. Pow! And he goes falling down the steps. Now what's he going to do? Call the police on a cat? Hello, 911? My cat tripped me. No, I'm not crazy. Don't hang up. You know what I'm saying. I'm starting to think maybe I don't like cats. I tolerate cats the way cats tolerate us humans. I work well with the cats sometimes. I remember one time there was a cat outside and just tearing up my trash cans, and I got sick of that cat. And I got the trash can and I covered it up, and I got a new big rubber trash can, and the cat's like, "Ah, you scumbag Hube." And I went, ha ha ha, deal with that, punk. And then one day I walk outside and the trash can lid is all chewed up. And it wasn't the cat that did it. It was squirrels. Another animal that sucks. Right? One day I walk outside and I see the cat, and the cat doesn't see me because the cat's not looking at me. The cat's looking at the trash can, and I'm waiting for that damn cat to go to my trash can because I got my hose in my hand and I'm about to give you a nice cat shower, punk. But no, the cat was looking at a squirrel. The cat gets really low, crawls toward the squirrel, jumps up, grabs the squirrel, and drags the squirrel down. And I'm like, oh, that's wrong. You should leave that squirrel alone. That's wrong. And the cat wasn't even trying to kill the squirrel. The cat just had the squirrel like, gotcha, punk. And guess what's about to happen to you? The cat was literally trash talking the squirrel that he had locked in his mouth. He got the paws on the squirrel, held the squirrel down, was looking at the squirrel like, yeah, guess what? I don't need any food from that trash can because I got you, buddy, and you were some good eating. And the squirrel looked up at me as if to say, sir, you with the hose in your hand, you're a much bigger animal than both of us, and thus you have our lives in your hand. You could easily kill both of us, but all I'm asking you to do right now is to spare my life, and then I will go about my business and everything will be great. I really don't want to die here next to your car. And the cat looked up like, look, pal, mind your business. You didn't see nothing. You see nothing. Understand? Because there's a whole lot of cats out here, buddy, and you don't want no smoke with us, punk. And I'm sitting there going, this cat realized I could just like drop kick him across the street even before I see him with his cell phone in his paw about to call his boys, but you got to actually be able to complete the phone call for your boys to get here. And your boys are all cats. I mean, cats are dangerous insofar as, not dangerous, insofar as they could scratch you up, but I'm a grown man with size 13 shoes. I mean, one kick from me and that pretty much is over with for you cats. I know you're good enough. You could jump up to where my face is and scratch me up, but I mean, literally, I could just like grab one of you with one of my hands. I could literally squeeze you to death in my hands or grab you by the back legs and bang you on something. I mean, I wouldn't do that because I don't abuse animals, but this is kind of a stupid thing. I can't believe you're going to trash talk a human. I'm much, much bigger than both of you. I mean, I have like the squirrel that you're slowly strangling. Stop choking that squirrel. I'm talking to you. The squirrel that you're choking. I mean, you know what? Normally I wouldn't give a crap about this. This is an animal on animal type thing, like in the woods, like when you watch those animal shows and you see the wildebeest being chased down by the lion, and then that sick freak sits there with the camera, knowing that the lion's coming, doesn't even bother warning the wildebeest. The wildebeest is looking at the camera like, what's up? All right, yeah, looking, trying to model for the camera, and the whole time that sick scumbag behind the camera is going, a lion's about to bite you. What a dope. And the lion eases up, and you could easily have warned the wildebeest, and the lion jumps up and eats the wildebeest, and you zoom in there while he chokes the wildebeest to death and eats him up. What a sick weirdo. But then again, we're also sick because we sat down and watched it. We're abetting this kind of abuse. Back to the cat and the squirrel. And the squirrel and the cat are there, and the cat's trying to go, I'm about to finish this punk off. Mind your business, human. And I walk down the steps, right? And I push the cat off the squirrel. The squirrel's still a little stunned, and the cat's like, I done told you to mind your business. And I said, listen, cat. And while I said, listen, the cat looked up at me, and then I slapped its cell phone out of his paw and stomped it. And no, I'm not paying for it, because I don't even know where you would buy an iPhone for a cat. That's his problem. Besides, you ain't got a job. You're living in the streets. What the heck you doing with a cat iPhone? Right? There's plenty of phones you could get that you could afford. That's beside the point. Back to the cat and the squirrel. And the squirrel looks up at me and says, thank you, sir. And I said, no problem, squirrel. Go about your business. And the squirrel's moving and the cat's trying to get to him, and I'm backing the cat off. Right? And the cat goes, hey, you. And I go, yeah, what? I know this ain't about the phone, because I told you I'm not buying you no daggone phone. You probably stole it. And he goes, why you gotta think I stole the phone, huh? Just because I'm out in the street. You ever think that maybe I was a house cat that had money? And I went, yeah, that was wrong. I did jump to conclusion. Sorry, cat. And then the cat looks at the squirrel and says, hey, buddy, human? And I said, yes. He said, you know that hole, that's big hole in the top of your plastic can? Let me ask you a question. I said, yes. I said, don't let the squirrel leave. I said, don't go anywhere, squirrel. And the squirrel goes, I really got to go. I got to do some stuff. And when I stepped on his tail a little bit, not enough to hurt him, but enough to keep him from moving. And the cat goes, yeah. And I stepped on the cat's tail, and the cat's like, really? And I went, nah, you neither one of you are going anywhere. But I didn't step on their tails enough to hurt them, just to let them know that if they tried to move, I would step down on their tails. To give me a break. I need to find out what's going down here. Okay. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Stop judging me. And the cat looked up at me and said, that squirrel right there is the one that chewed up the top of your trash can. And I said, really? And he goes, yes. And I go, well, how? He goes, don't listen, human. Don't those look like rodent bites? Do you think that I would waste my time, mess my teeth up to cut through a trash can? All I got to do is go by a supermarket. I just didn't feel like going that far, I mean, I got a phone. I could have called an Uber. I mean, I can't now because you stomped on my phone. I went, listen, stop trying to guilt me. You ain't getting another phone. Boom. So I grabbed them both by their tails, and I walked over to the trash can, and I looked at the trash can, and yes, the hole in the lid of the trash can was from rodent bites, and of the two, there was only one of them that was a rodent, and it wasn't a cat. Study biology, people. And I grabbed them both, and I held them up, and I went, oh my goodness, and I put the cat down, and the cat goes, ha ha ha, yeah. And I look at the squirrel, and the squirrel goes, I was really hungry. I'm sorry. I'm going, yeah, whatever, punk. There's a whole lot of people out here that don't even have their trash in bags. You could have went in any one of them bags. F those people. But you had to mess up my can. That can cost me $35. And the cat goes, yeah, well, that phone cost me. I said, shut up. You should have got a cheaper phone. I'm talking to the squirrel, punk. And I said, listen, squirrel, why'd you do it? And the squirrel started telling me some bullcrap explanation, and I didn't want to hear that crap. I had heard that from other squirrels before. I don't know why I don't know what do they do. Share that same lie, right? So I put the squirrel down, and the cat jumped on him, and he said, please, man, it's not worth my life. And I said, you're right. And I moved the cat off the squirrel. And then I got behind the squirrel, and I held the squirrel's paws behind his back, legs behind his back, and I said, cat, work him over. And the cat started throwing hooks left and right, hooks and left and right and left and right, hooks into the squirrel's midsection, working him over like we're a couple of loan shark muscle men. And I'm going, yeah, get him good. Right? And I let the squirrel fall down on the ground, and the squirrel goes, oh, my ribs. And I'm, yeah, my trash can punk. And I said, you know what? I'm sick of this crap. Cat, get him. Right? And the cat goes, haha, yeah. And the cat jumps on top of the squirrel. And just as he's about to finish the squirrel off, my neighbor's dog comes out. And the dog walks up and goes, hey, yes, what's going on? I said, handle my light work. And he goes, no problem. I'm not going to say what happened next, but it rhymed with the dog chewed them both up good. They both survived because the dog's a nice dog, but he does have a bit of a temper problem. So he just roughed them both up, and then the squirrel ran up into the tree going, man, I was there, come on, man. And the cat goes, you guys are crazy, and ran away. And me and the dog high-fived. And then the dog said, hey, man, is that a cat iPhone over there? And I said, yes, it is. He goes, oh, man, can I have that? I said, yeah, sure. He goes, yeah, I run a cat iPhone repair service. And I went, you do? He goes, yeah, I mean, I know cats are kind of my mortal enemy, but there's a lot of them, and I don't know why they're all dumb enough to buy these cat iPhones, but I mean, as much as I might as well just, fix the daggone thing and make some money off of it. Normally, I mean, I feel guilty because normally I chew cats up and bite them, but I don't do that much now because they're such good customers. And I said, is that why you didn't chew that cat up? I'm like, yeah, pretty much. Then I high-fived the dog and he went away. And he goes, can I ask you a question? And I said, oh, yes. He goes, were you thinking about becoming a cat person? I said, yes, I was. And then he walked back up to me and looked mean and he went, and I went, hey. I said, I thought about it, but I went back to my normal me and I'm going to get a couple of beagles. And he went, okay, that's good. I was going to bite you on the leg. I wasn't going to kill you, but cause once again, I also fix iPhones for humans. And I said, I'm Android. And he goes, I do Androids too. And then he gave me his business card and went home. By the way, this is all a true story. And don't judge me. But after that entire ordeal, and that all actually happened today, I didn't make that up just for your amusement, to amuse you. That actually all happened. And yes, those animals did talk, and it had nothing to do with my lack of sleep. Anyway. So, as it turns out, I am back to being a dog guy. No more cats for me, except for when I visit a relative. And that's the truth. Once again, a dog man. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been this episode of the S. Anthony Thomas Show. I am 50 years old. You have said thank you. You have said happy birthday to me, and I thank every last one of you for saying that. Much love to you. Thank you for listening to this podcast. Thank you for listening to the other podcast. Thank you for everything that you do. I look forward to talking to you again. Much love to you, and take care.